Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a brief video on grief and loss. When we lose relationships, loved ones, loss of jobs, friends, pets, whatever we have lost, we must grieve the loss and go through stages of grief. And the stages of grief are denial and shock, anger and bargaining, depression and acceptance, pain and guilt, the upward turn, reconstruction and working through, and acceptance and hope. Our loved ones don't want us to remain in grief for too long because they can't rest in peace being worried about us. Ask them to come into your dreams to help you with your grief, to talk to you, to tell you whatever you need to hear. Also, so you can know that they are okay. We must accept death as a part of life and come to terms with our loved ones passing for ourselves and for those who have passed. We all grieve in our own different ways. No one should tell you how to grieve or for how long. We all love on different levels. Now, some people have a deep, extreme love for people. And then others, just love people. But they bounce back quickly. We grieve because of the depth of our love we shared with our loved ones. Don't be afraid to grieve. Grieve is proof of how much you love that person. Cry whenever you feel like crying. Get it out. It's better to get it out, purge it out, than it is to keep it inside. Because when you keep things inside, they become burdens, and then the burdens get heavy with each one you keep inside. They get heavier and heavier and heavier. Before too long, you're not able to carry all those burdens. So release them and let them go. Some people deal with and get over grief quickly, while others do not. It's not the end of a relationship with a loved one who passes on. They moved on to another plane, and we will be with them again when it's our time to join them. Death is a part of life that each of us have to deal with many times in our lives. Death makes room for birth to happen. People have to die on this planet. I guess you could say the best way it was described to me when I was a kid was that people have to die on this planet for new people to be born. Because if not, there wouldn't be any room. Plus, their mission on life is done, so there's no point in them sticking around any longer. They have other work to do up in heaven. So anyway, death is a part of life that each of us have to deal with many times in our life. Death makes room for birth to happen. When you complete your mission on this planet, you leave for another plane to heal, grow, learn, do God's work. We are to accept that people are only in our lives for a short time, not to take anyone or anything for granted. And always tell people daily how you feel. That way you won't regret it when they pass. Even though they are in our lives for a short time, and not to take anyone or anything for granted, even though a lot of us do. Just know your loved ones are okay. They're happy, they're healthy, they're with God, they're with family, and they're with friends. They do God's work and either teach others or they are a student and learn what they might not have got a chance to learn on earth. Those that passed on, after you deal with grief, want you to move on with your life and get back to normal so that they don't worry about you anymore, because they can't concentrate on what they have to do up there if they're constantly worried about you. So anyway, they want you to go through your grief and move on and get back to normal so that they don't worry about you anymore, concerned, over their passing. They still come around and watch over and guide you and help you through life, keep tabs on you and so on. They want you to be happy again. So even though death and loss is hard, we are mourning the loss of them here with us, but they didn't die. Their body died, but they didn't die. Their soul just went on to another place where they have other missions to complete. And they'll be there waiting for you when it's your turn. You'll see them again, so it's not forever. It's not forever, and it's not the end. You're just separated for a while, that's all. But remember the good memories. Remember how you guys made each other laugh. Remember how you guys loved each other. Because they take that with them too. That doesn't die. Your love for them does not die. Their love for you doesn't die. They take all that stuff with them. I apologize for background noise. Anyway, that stuff does not die. They take it with them when they go. They remember all the good times up there. Ask them when you are ready to deal with it, ask them to come into your dreams, to talk to you, to help you get a better understanding of what's going on, what they're doing, if they're okay, which they're going to tell you they are. Because when you go to heaven, you choose, this is what I'm told, you choose what age you want to be. And you, as soon as you get there, you are healthy again. If you had problems here on earth as far as physical illnesses and stuff, you are totally healed when you go there. So you're like a brand new person. Yeah, you may still have some issues that have to be dealt with, and that's what they go to school for. Or that's what they teach others for. And then, God gives you jobs on what to do while you're there. To help you learn, to help you grow, to teach you. So that you have a better understanding of things. No, grief and loss is not easy. Grief, loss, and death is not easy. But we all go through loss pretty much almost every day in our lives, whether we lose relationships, loved ones, jobs, friends, pets, whatever. I lost my pet a year ago, February. And she was like my child. We had a close bond. We were like soulmates. And she was like my child. And it about killed me to have her put down, because she was suffering. And yes, I grieved for a little bit. But I knew she was happy. I knew she was healthy. And I knew she was with family and friends. So I knew she was being well taken care of. I knew Jesus was taking care of her. So I didn't worry. And yes, she did come around to let me know that she was around me. I was sitting at the kitchen table one night, and this was a day or so after she passed, and I could hear her toenails walking across the floor. She always did that, her toenails walking across the floor. And then I felt a hard brush up against my legs, and I knew it was her, letting me know she was there and that she was okay, and that she was happy. That's the way we're supposed to look at loss and death after we go through our grieving process. Her and I had been together for 14 years. She was my child. Yes, she was a dog, but she was my child. And that bond is never broken. The love that we have for each other is not broken. It's not gone. It doesn't die with the person or the animal that goes to heaven. That stuff stays with them. She will always have them memories. She was a rescue, and I rescued her from a shelter. I gave her the best life I could ever give her. And she was appreciative. But they take the memories and the love with them, just like we still have them after they pass. So anyway, that's all I have to say on this subject. I just wanted to touch base on grief, so people that maybe they could understand a little bit better, why we have to go through this. There's lessons in loss, death, and grief. We are not to take anyone or anything for granted, because they're only loaned to us for a short time. Even even children, babies, whoever, animals. They are only on loan to us for a short time to make the most of our time with them. So anyway, that's the end of this grief video. I just wanted to share that. And I am deeply sorry for your loss, whatever it may be. I send my deepest sympathy. And I hope that if you need to, you will continue to keep watching this video and listening to what I had to say. And I hope it helps you in some way. Please like, share, subscribe. Send your friends to the channel. It's a good way to build up good karma. And I hope you will come back out and check out their videos. Until then, bye.